Kia ora. Alright, so I've got a few sets done. Quick lessons learned is sometimes I think I'm doing a little bit too much. I tried to replicate some well experienced artists on BGG, and I've ended up with kind of like this kind of muddy kind of look. Like, it's still better than what it was, but I'm really struggling to see. I keep seeing mistakes that I've made. One of those learnings that I've seen is with these raised kind of edges. I've been putting washes on everything, but then I've noticed that some of these artists are not doing washes and doing the highlights on the raised edges, and that gives way more contrast. So I'm thinking about doing that. And the other part is maybe sometimes less is more. So for these ones here, it's pretty basic, but I do like the way that it looks. It's quite pops, and then also these churches look pretty good as well. So that's what I've got so far, gang. I'm moving on to these after that. Oh yeah, I lost one of these. It was on the ground, so that's still being worked on, and then that'll finish off that set there. I'm really looking forward to getting back onto Marvel United, but in the meantime I am toying around with a game that I've already played, and I'm just mucking around with that, just blatant experimenting. So that's just a quick update on where I'm at. So one thing about the Castles of Burgundy set, 150 miniatures, that is a lot, and a lot of the same stuff. But there's also, you just get better with each kind of stroke, I suppose. Next thing I want to do is start thinking about brushes. So I talked to my mate Rowdy, Daniel. He set me up with the airbrush and has been a real good dude into giving advice. So now I'm at the point of like, tell me about your brushes. And so he's talking about Da Vinci Maestro miniature as a workhorse, and something else. I can't remember what it's called, but he sent it to me via text message. So I think that's the next step, is to start looking at kind of decent brushes, because some of these army painter brushes, like, they're good to start with, but they just aren't doing it. I did get this Da Vinci Maestro brush, which I think is kind of cool. I did get it because of that curved tip, because I thought it will help me get to some certain edges, but it's hard to roll. So when you put it on the wet palette, you kind of roll it, right? And you can't roll a bent thing. So I'll probably look at his ones, and his ones are like size 2, which are way bigger. I've got size 0 and below, so maybe I'll get a size 2. Anyway, that's all. That's update for today. Getting through it. I think maybe I'm nearing halfway, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, there's a fair bit of work there though. Check. Peace.